Hello dear traders, welcome back to InstaForex TV channel. You are watching economic news with me, Takhmina Salomova. On Monday, the US dollar approached the highest level in 2.5 weeks on Wall Street. However, it halted its rally amid growing concerns that the trade talks between the US and China this week will end with no progress. A preliminary meeting in China revealed that a deadline for formalizing a trade deal will not be postponed. The high-level trade talks are slated for Thursday and Friday. Washington is expected to step up pressure on Beijing to make structural reforms to protect intellectual property of American companies. Recently, Donald Trump stated that he has to meet with China's leader Xi Jinping to settle a deal. However, later the US president said he would not meet with his Chinese counterpart before the March 2nd deadline to reach a US-China trade deal. Importantly, if a deal is not settled, the US will raise tariffs on Chinese imports. Market participants are on edge, sitting on the sidelines on the upcoming trade talks. The US dollar index jumped above the level of 97.00 during the North American trade. However, the greenback came under pressure in the Asian pre-market. Nevertheless, investors are shifting focus away from safe haven assets in favor of US labor dollar. The dollar-yen pair is still trading higher at near 110.60. Japan released a tertiary industry index overnight. Business activity in Japan's services sector continued to decline in February, thus providing fresh evidence that the domestic economy is losing momentum. Australia posted a NAB business confidence report. The reading edged up in January. However, it did not provide the Aussie with support. The Australian versus American dollar pair is still trading lower at around 0.7000. The economic calendar today lacks macroeconomic reports. EU finance ministers are due to meet today during the European trade. Another market-moving event is a speech of Bank of England Governor Mark Carney. In the early North American trade, the US will present data on the labor market. Federal Reserve's Chair Jerome Powell will speak later in the global trading day. Experts do not foresee big change on Forex until then. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned with InstaForex TV channel.